Okay, we're going to do lesson 1 together. So we're going to read everything first. Go ahead and click the read and do link. This lesson 1, the remaining units of this course contain a series of hands-on lessons that require you to produce a variety of documents using different software applications. Keeping your files organized will be essential to completing each unit. Using what you've learned thus far about file management, you'll create a file directory system to help manage and keep the files you will be working with in an organized format. In this lesson, you'll create a file directory system that you'll use to organize and save files you will be creating in the remaining units of this course. So we're going to create a file directory and we're going to capture a screenshot. So the first instruction, create a new folder on your storage drive, okay? Well, what do they mean by that? I'm going to come back here. Here's a helpful hint for number 1. You will use OneDrive as instructed in the previous video or whatever. So go ahead and open your file. Click the file at the bottom of your screen, the File Explorer. And here's OneDrive. This is where you're going to put all of your files, okay? So I'm going to point at my OneDrive here, and I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to do New Folder. And for the sake, mine went way down here, but for the sake of this, because I have a gazillion folders, you probably don't have hardly any, I'm going to put the number 1 in front, and then I'm going to name it, did I say what to name it? Oh, right here, number 2. Name your folder Intro to Business Computer Apps, okay? So I'm going to come back down here, find my folder. Here's OneDrive. It took the 1 and it made a folder named 1. So I'm just going to right-click it again and do rename. And Intro to Business Computer Apps, okay, and I put the number 1 in front of it just so it'd stay at the top, okay? So we did that. Now what's it say to do next? Number 3, create a file directory system identical to one shown in 1. So we need to make this file directory. So we just made this first folder. So inside of that folder, I need to make Unit 1 file management, Unit 2 word processing, Unit 3 spreadsheets, Unit 4 presentations, all the way down. Then once I get all those made, inside Unit 1 there's nothing. Inside Unit 2 is Word documents and images and logos. I have to make those 2 folders and so on all the way down. So I'm going to do the Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, Unit 5, and Unit 6 right now. So I'm going to go back to my folder, and I'm pointing at my new folder for this class. I'm going to right-click again, and I'm going to do New Folder, and this is going to be Unit 1 File Management. Okay, then now you can see over here when the arrow is pointing to the right of that folder, click it. That means there's more in that folder than what's showing. And now you can see Unit 1 is File Management is there. And there's nothing inside that folder. That's why there's no arrow there. So I'm going to right-click on my Intro to Business Computer App, my main folder for this class. I'm going to do New Folder again. This is going to be Unit 2 Word Processing. Okay, and I guess if you wanted to, you could get this on half your screen and get the directory on the other half. So now I'm going to right-click on my main folder again. New folder. This one's going to be Unit 3 Spreadsheets. And then Unit 4 is Presentations. So right-click on the main folder for this class. New folder. Unit 4. Oh. My computer is a little touchy. Let's see where to put that. Right here, I was in the middle of typing it. I'll right-click on it to rename it. Unit 4. Presentations. Right-click on my main folder for this class again. New folder. Unit 5. Desktop Oh, there it did it to me again. Right click on it, rename, desktop publishing, and then unit 6. Darn it. Unit 6 database. And notice that it's putting it in order, which is good. Now all these have an arrow. If you click on them, you can see there's nothing in them, okay? Now we need to go, it looks like we need to add 2 folders to Unit 2 Word Processing. So right click on Unit 2 Word Processing, New Folder, and rename again, but you're going to name this one like it shows here, Documents. And then you also need to put in Unit 2 another folder, Images and Logos. So right click on Unit 2, New Folder, Images and Logos. And I need to do the same. I wonder if I could click here and hold down the Control key and click on Images and Logos. Oh, or Shift. Nope, it's not going to let me do it. Okay, so right click on Unit 3, Spreadsheets, New Folder, rename. Hopefully you don't have to do that every single time. Documents, right click again, New Folder, Images and Logos, Unit 4, New Folder, Documents. Then right click on presentations again. Oh geez, document. Yep, that worked. New folder. And 5, same thing. New folder. Making me mad. Rename, Documents, right click again on Desktop Publishing, New Folder, Images and Logos. Jeez. Okay. Rename. And finally, Unit 6 only has one, and it's Documents. So right click on Unit 6, New Folder, okay. So we're finished with that. So right here we just finished create the file directory in Figure 1. We just did that. Number 4, take a screenshot of the file directory system you created. Be sure that the folders containing the files are open. To take a screenshot, follow the instructions below. So for Windows users, which is what you're using in here, with the folder directory displaying on the screen, press Print Screen key. Using word processing software, create a new document and do Control-V to paste. Then save the Word file as Computer Apps Directory to the Unit 1 file management folder. Okay, so here's how you do that. We've got, I need everything to show over here. And by the way, if you can't see all these, if yours is like this, point at the line, point between them and click and drag. That'll make that wider, okay? We want to make all of these arrows be non-existent so that I can see that you have nothing in them. We should just have the solid black down pointing arrows open. Okay, from your main folder for this class, I should see underneath that we have Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, Unit 5, and Unit 6. Okay, so instead of doing the print screen, you can do that on some of the computers in my room, but not all of them will do it. Another way to do it is to hold down the Windows key, hold the Shift key down, and then S, the letter S. So Shift key, the Windows key, which is in the bottom row of your keyboard, and then S brings up the snip tool. And so then you just click and drag over what you want to snip. So I'm just going to click and drag over this right here. This is what I want. This is what I need to see. And then once you do that, it took a picture of it. So now go ahead and get Word. Now we just did the screenshot, making sure all of the folders were open. So now I'm going to come down here and click the magnifying glass and begin to type Word. And we're going to do Word, the application that is on your computer. And you'll see that it will open up down here in the bottom. That means you're using Word, the app, on your computer. It is the full-fledged version of Word. That is what we will be using in this class. Okay, so now it's open, and all you have to do is paste it. Control V. Or you can right-click and paste. And there it is, showing me everything that you did. Okay, so we did that. Now what do? It says, save the file as computer apps directory to the Unit 1 file management folder. So we just made that. So you're saving your first file. So File, Save As, and we're going to browse. And over here, we're going to find your OneDrive right here. And then find the folder you just made right here. Okay, and here you can either click the down arrow or you can see they're all over here. And we need to save it in the file management folder. So go ahead and click file management, and we need to name it what? Computer apps directory. And then save. And then what else do we need to do? Then it says print a copy of the screenshot if required. You don't need to print a screenshot. I don't want you to print a screenshot. And then for the remainder of this book, save your files to their respective unit folders and subfolders. Okay, I think I'm done with lesson 1, but go check the slide. Is there anything else on that slide before I move to the next one? Looks like we did all of this. Here's an extra video to show you how to expand. Yep, so we're all done with lesson 1.